Hello all, my name is Arnav Fani. In this talk, I'm going to present our paper Lemma, Fine-Grained Lineage Tracing and Reuse in Machine Learning Systems. A typical data science workflow is inherently exploratory. Data scientists pose hypotheses, integrate the necessary data, and run ML pipelines of data cleaning, feature engineering, model selection, and hyperparameter tuning. Then the model gets validated and deployed for scoring. We also observed that the state-of-the-art data preparation techniques are themselves based on machine learning, which adds to the stack of exploratory ML tasks. In this work, we point out two problems that arise due to this repetitive nature of data science processes. First, increasingly complex ML pipelines create high computational redundancy. Second, explainability and reproducibility of ML tasks become exceedingly difficult for the users. Existing works such as Helix and Collaborative Optimizer addresses this high degree of redundancy with coarse-grained lineage tracing and reuse. Coarse-grained reuse substantially eliminates top-level redundancy over existing libraries. However, the top-level ML methods are composed of hierarchy of functions and linear algebra operations. As shown in the figure, this approach views entire algorithms as black boxes and thus fails to eliminate fine-grained redundancy and fails to detect internal non-determinism. Non-determinism includes operations that yield different results for multiple runs, such as random reshuffling or basic operations like random and sample. To understand the sources of this fine-grained redundancy better, I will use a running example of grid search hyperparameter tuning for linear regression. In this script, we read a feature matrix X and labels Y and extract 10 random subsets of 15 features. For each feature set, we tune 3 hyperparameters: regularization, intercept, and tolerance. Grid search function internally calls LM for each combination of hyperparameters. Based on the number of features, LM in turn dispatches either to a closed form method LMDS or an iterative conjugate gradient method LMCG. Even this simple pipeline has many fine-grained redundancies and reuse opportunities. First, if X has fewer columns, all calls to LM are dispatched to LMDS, and thus hyperparameter tolerance is irrelevant. This leads to redundant calls of LMDS. Second, core operations of LMDS, XTX and XTY, are independent of different regularization parameters, hence redundant. Third, pre-processing operations, including a call to scale and shift, are the same for LMDS and LMCG and can be reused. Fourth, we perform the same cbind operation of X and a column vector of 1 for all intercepts that are greater than 0. Cbind creates an intermediate larger than X, which makes it expensive. Fifth, re-executing XTX and XTY after appending a single column of 1 is partially redundant. Finally, the random feature sets exhibit overlapping features. The number of fine-grained redundancies can grow significantly higher than this in real-world complex ML pipelines. To address this redundancy, we introduce Lemma framework. Our work is based on the observation that lineage tracking enables the reuse of intermediates, model versioning, and debugging. Lemma is a framework for fine-grained lineage tracing and reuse inside ML systems. We employ low-overhead lineage tracing of individual operations and full and partial reuse across the program hierarchy. We integrated Lemma into Apache SystemDS. However, the underlying techniques are fully or partially applicable to all types of ML systems. We first describe efficient means to lineage tracing and the key operations. In this figure, we see the life cycle of lineage tracing with the key operations. During runtime of a linear algebra program, we maintain lineage DAGs for all live variables. The immutable lineage DAG is then incrementally built as we execute runtime instructions. We maintain a lineage map that maps live variable names to lineage items. Before executing an instruction, we obtain the lineage items for the instruction outputs and update the lineage map. For non-deterministic operations like rand and sample, we include a system-generated seed in the corresponding lineage items. A key operation is the comparison of lineage DAGs for equivalence. For this purpose, lineage items implement hash code and equals. The hash code is computed as a hash over the hashes of the opcode data items and all inputs. The hash code is materialized in the immutable lineage items. Second, the equal check return true if the opcode data item and all inputs are equivalent. In order to handle large DAGs, we use non-recursive queue-based function implementations. Users may obtain the lineage of a variable in one of the two ways, either by calling the built-in function lineage, or for every write, we also write the corresponding lineage. Serialization unrolls the DAG and write a single text line per lineage item. The lineage log can be deserialized back into a lineage DAG. A very important utility for debugging is the ability to reconstruct a runtime program from lineage DAG. The reconstructed program computes the exact same intermediates as the original program. The entire lifecycle of lineage tracing with the key operations is very valuable as it simplifies testing, debugging, and reproducibility. A challenge of fine-grained lineage tracing is very large lineage DAGs, especially in mini-batch training scenarios. Large lineage DAGs originate from the repeated execution of code paths in loops and functions. In the figure, we see a script for PageRank graph algorithm. G is a large graph representing the link websites, and P is the iteratively updated PageRank of individual sites. A single iteration of the loop body produces a DAG like the one on the right. Then this DAG repeats for every iteration and form a large lineage graph after completion of just 3 iterations. In another example of deep neural network training with 200 epochs, batch size 32, 10 million rows, and 1000 instructions per iterations, lineage DAG can grow up to 4 terabytes. We address this issue with a new concept of lineage deduplication, which can reduce the size to 4 gigabytes. The basic idea of lineage deduplication is to eliminate these repeated patterns. Conceptually, we trace each independent control flow path once and store the subDAGs as patches. We refer these patches via single lineage items. In the figure, we see the full lineage DAG after deduplication. A single lineage item D1 is added per iteration, where D1 points to a lineage patch. On entering a last level loop, we count the distinct control paths. During runtime, we track the taken path using a bit vector. After each iteration, we save the patch for each live variable and add a single lineage item to the global DAG. We extended deduplication logic to integrate the key features of basic lineage tracing. To address non-determinism, such as dropout layers, we add the seeds as literal inputs to the single dedup lineage items. Similarly, to avoid expansion of a deduplicated DAG, we extended equal to compare regular and deduplicated DAGs. And we extended program reconstruction logic as well to compile lineage patches as functions. As mentioned before, the lineage of an intermediate can uniquely identify the intermediate. We leverage this characteristic to eliminate fine-grained redundancy. As a foundation of lineage-based reuse, we establish a cache of intermediates. In the core of the cache, there is a hash map that maps lineage traces to in-memory data objects. Returning to our running example, before executing an instruction, we first trace lineage. Then we use the obtained lineage trace to probe the cache. If available in the cache, we skip the instruction. Otherwise, we execute and store the result in the cache for future reuse. Basic instruction level reuse eliminates fine-grained redundancy. However, this approach fails to remove coarse-grained redundancy, such as redundant function calls, redundant block of code. In our running example, we see 2 such redundancies. First, sometimes LMDS function is called repetitively with the same arguments. Second, the preprocessing block inside LMDS stays the same for intercept 1 and 2. As a solution, we augment the basic reuse with multi-level reuse. Our basic idea here is to use hierarchical program structures of functions and control flow blocks as reuse points. During compilation, we mark functions that do not contain any non-deterministic calls. Then in runtime, we construct a special lineage item for a function and use it as a key in the lineage cache. Moreover, multi-level reuse over instruction level reuse avoids cache pollution and interpretation overhead. We apply a similar logic to reuse control flow blocks. We have come across use cases in ML pipelines where operations have partially overlapping computations. Full reuse fails to eliminate these redundancies. Here is an example. StepLM is a stepwise forward feature selection algorithm. StepLM repetitively append an additional feature to a global set of features and call linear regression to find the next best column. Repetitive execution of XTX can be avoided by forming a compensation plan over the previously computed and cached outputs. Partial rewrites are written as an ordered list of source target patterns. If full reuse is not possible, we probe for the partial reuse. If the operation matches with the source pattern and the components of the target pattern are available in the lineage cache, then we construct an operation DAG over the cached items. We then compile the DAG and execute real instructions to obtain the result. Our existing rewrites are based on real use cases and pattern with append indexing with expensive matrix multiplications, where the input matrices are larger than a certain heuristic defined size. Cache eviction ensures that the size of the cached objects does not exceed the configured budget. Our eviction logic spills cache objects to disk if the recomputation time exceeds the estimated IO time. As the basis of our eviction policies, we collect various statistics per cache entry. On entering the cache, we obtain the execution time, the height of the operation DAG, and the size of the intermediate. During reuse, we record the last access timestamp and the number of cache hits and misses. We estimate the disk IO as a moving average of measured read and write time. Similar to previous work, we use runtime eviction strategies. We have 3 eviction policies. These policies determine the order of eviction. Policy LRU orders the objects by the last access time. LRU performs well in pipelines with temporal reuse locality. Then DAG height assumes the deep lineage traces have less reuse potential and orders accordingly. This works better in mini-batch scenarios with reuse potential across epochs. Finally, cost and size preserves objects with high cost-to-size ratio. It orders the objects by cost-size ratio scaled by the number of hits and misses. Cost and size performs well in a wide variety of scenarios, and hence cost and size is our default choice. We extended Lemma to integrate with modern ML systems and take advantage of the widely used features and components. Modern ML systems provide means to task parallel loops for tasks like hyperparameter tuning. In a multi-threading scenario, we trace lineage in a worker local manner and merge the results after completion. To ensure reuse, we enforce thread safety on lineage cache. For redundant operation across tasks, while one task executes, others wait on an empty lineage item. Operator fusion via code generation is crucial for performance and is commonly offered by the ML systems. Fusion loses operator semantics, thus does not allow lineage tracing. To overcome this, we construct lineage patches during compilation and store them in a dictionary. Later during runtime, we expand the lineage DAG by these patches. Similar to regular instructions, we also reuse the intermediates produced by the fused operators. Lineage-based reuse in runtime is valuable. However, a ML system compiler can improve aspects of lineage cache and create additional reuse opportunities. We extended our compiler to unmark intermediates for caching with no potential for reuse. This helps to avoid cache pollution and unnecessary probing. We further added several reuse-aware rewrites which prefer patterns that create additional reuse opportunities. These rewrites are placed in both compiler and runtime recompiler. In this section, we'll discuss a few snapshots of the end-to-end experiments. More experiments and micro benchmarks can be found in the paper. To compare Lemma, we compare Lemma against the state-of-the-art ML systems such as TensorFlow, Apache SystemDS, scikit-learn, and coarse-grained reuse-based systems such as Helix. We use real datasets. However, lineage-based reuse is largely independent of Dataskew and more workload-dependent. We evaluated a variety of ML pipelines with different characteristics covering both traditional and neural network workloads. This experiment shows the result of our running example of grid search hyperparameter optimization over 900 models. Here we compare Lemma against SystemDS without lineage tracing and reuse. We also use task parallel loops for hyperparameter tuning to better understand the impact of reuse on task parallelism. We see improvements of 12.4x without task parallelism and 2.6x with task parallel loop. This huge improvement comes from various multi-level and partial reuse of linear regression operations, as discussed before. For this experiment, we use a weighted ensemble of models. We first train 3 SVM and 3 logistic regression models, and then optimize the ensemble weights via random search. The scope for reuse is limited for iterative SVM and logistic regression training. However, we see a 4.2x improvement due to reused matrix multiplication in the computation of weighted class probabilities. Additionally, we also compare lemma against TensorFlow, scikit-learn, and Helix. In the first scenario, we use an autoencoder with 2 hidden layers. We build a feature-wise pre-processing map, including normalization, binning, recoding, and one-hot encoding, and apply this map batch-wise in each iteration. Even though autoencoder has no reuse opportunities, lemma performs 15% better over default systemd by reusing batch-wise pre-processing. TensorFlow, being a specialized system for mini-batch training, performs slightly better than lemma in graph mode, whereas eager mode is substantially slower. Our implementation here allows TensorFlow to build a single graph, which also allows a form of reuse. In the second scenario, we have PCA and linear regression with cross-validation. First, we vary number of features for PCA, and then we vary regularization hyperparameter for regression. Coarse-grained systems shows improvement by using top-level PCA results. However, lemma performs 3.7x better than coarse-grained due to additional fine-grained reuse. Lemma is 25% faster than TensorFlow graph due to partial reuse across folds. For larger datasets, TensorFlow graph runs out of memory, likely because the global graph keeps all the intermediates in memory and misses eviction mechanisms. In another experiment with hyperparameter tuning for PCA and naive Bayes, we see lemma performs up to 8x better than scikit-learn by reusing PCA intermediates and aggregate operations in naive Bayes. To summarize, we introduce lemma, a framework for fine-grained lineage tracing and reuse. Lemma presents multi-level lineage tracing with deduplication for loops and seamlessly supports advanced features of modern ML systems. Compiler-assisted full and partial reuse allow removing redundancy at different levels of pipeline hierarchy. In conclusion, as the complexity of ML pipeline increases, increasing redundancy is inevitable and difficult to address by library developers. Compiler time common sub-expression elimination can only be partially useful in removing redundant operations due to conditional control flow. A runtime-based lineage cache is proved effective to overcome these challenges. Interesting future work includes combined lineage cache with persistent materialization in multi-tenant and collaborative environments, support for distributed and multi-device caching such as GPU intermediates, and extend a lineage for model debugging and fairness constraints. Thank you.